Greetings. I am Yusef Salaam. Welcome to the virtual Bronx Book Fair 2020. I thank Lorraine Curley, the Executive Director of the Bronx Book Fair, for inviting me to share what I have received in the crafts of writing and healing. First, I'll briefly share a few details about me. I am a retired high school and college educator, and I recently became a board-certified chaplain clinician. I've also served as a co-chair of the National Writers Union Chapter 81 Steering Committee. I became aware of the curative energy of writing when I attended the College of Pastoral and Supervision Psychotherapy. I did clinical work at St. John's Episcopal Hospital in Fall Rockaway, New York. I've been writing for decades, publishing newspapers and magazines. Yet, I did not consciously perceive writing as a method to open doors to personal repairment. One evening while serving in the senior citizen facility of St. John's, I engaged a man sitting in a wheelchair in the socializing area. As we talked, his story resonated with me. I asked permission to write as he narrated, and he agreed. He discussed his failed two marriages, love for his adult children, his 5 years in the place, and his adventures as an interstate truck driver. I wrote what he noted, and the next day, he was absolutely fascinated to read his story, to see it 4 paragraphs in writing. It seemed to validate his journey. It was a permanent memorial of his existence, his inclusiveness and contribution to society, a society that he was no longer an integral part of because of his confinement. This year, just before the coronavirus, I presented a writing and healing circle at Sisters Uptown Bookstore in Harlem. Several people attended. One of them wrote a paragraph that included lines about sibling rivalry between him and his older brother from childhood until today. He narrated his frustrations enduring the stresses of the matter. How even though when his brother is in need, he's there to help, yet the brother's attitude continues in subtle and flagrant ways. He felt that because of his spiritual principles, it was his responsibility to take the high road, especially now that his brother is ill. And each person in that circle shared helpful comments and offered anecdotes of their own. What did he receive? He received encouragement, a shared experience with others, gained insight to evaluate his situation, and hopeful ways to cope that would improve the situation and cause him less anxiety. And he had a written document in his own handwriting as a source of reference if he wanted to revisit and assess the growth of his maturity. To get started writing and healing, you can start at home with a journal or a diary with a few paragraphs or a few sentences a day. Decide what you want to write and write. Then read it silently. And if you like, read aloud. Think over it. Write a few thoughts about your ponderings. Then revisit that work again. Reflect more and write those ideas. If any come, add more if possible. You'll be surprised at what you accumulate. That happened to me after I wrote a journal about dreams/nightmares I was having consistently, which helped me to untangle a lot of knots that bewildered me. It is helpful to share your writings with others to get valuable feedback, which might be a trigger to someone else to share a similar situation, or for someone to gain encouragement to share their writings, which they may have been reluctant to do so until you communicated your topic. Your subject can be about depression, suicide, rape, murder, failure, divorce. A woman who attended my writing and healing workshop at Sister's bookstore wrote about the murder of her son, who was killed some years ago. Her wound was still red raw, and it stirred every soul in the circle as she openly grieved by writing and speaking about her ordeal. Before we depart, I want to remind you about my book, The Devil and Elijah Muhammad, which is a play which was produced by the Hadley Players. It depicts FBI-instigated ideological conflicts in the Nation of Islam's leaders' Chicago office between top officials. Also, my children's book, illustrated by Diane Davis, Elijah Muhammad, Builder of a Nation, which is a biographical poem. And you can contact me at Yusef Salaam 47@gmail.com. USEF SALAAM 47@gmail.com. A Sisters Uptown Bookstore, 212-862-3680. 212-862-3680. Or at info@sistersuptownbookstore.com. Sistersuptownbookstore.com. As I end this writing and healing session for the Bronx Book Fair 2020, I share a poem. Please stay safety focused in this pandemic era of COVID-19 and white supremacy. This poem is called Drum Major Instinct Blues for Martin Luther King Jr. Got the drum major instinct. Said I got the drum major instinct. 2 months behind in my rent. Drive a brand new Mercedes Benz, lavender lambskin leather seats to impress my friends. I got the drum major feeling. Said I got that drum major feeling. My bank account's reeling. Closet full of elegant silk suits. Love the celebrity and salutes. Got the drum major intuition. Talking about that drum major intuition. Hard to hide my true condition. Strutting supreme cuts of steaks on my plate. I'm the real deal, not a fake. Got the drum major drive. Tell you I got the drum major drive. Makes my ego strive. I like being star of this show. This rooster gots to crow. Got the drum major haughty head. Said I got the drum major haughty head. Gonna choke him till he's damn near dead. Neighbor bought his son a Shetland pony. Bought my girl a thoroughbred, not a phony. Got drum major dreams that I stumbled into my heart. Drum major nightmares, I'm drowning in my heart. Something's raw written in my soul about to rip me apart. I'm all jacked up in this abysmal jam, a howling holler to know who I truly am. Got to flip that drum major on his back. Said I'm gonna flip him on his back. Appreciate what I have and what I lack. Explore the mirror for the genuine me. Peel the scabs, face the pus, and all I see. Thank you.